All right, so like I said, I'm gonna talk about the analysis and approaches course, but I'll also try to give you a little bit of a contrast between the two, because it's easier to talk about what this course is about if I can talk about what the other course is about as well. So as you're making the decision, a big question I would think about is, are you interested in the how, or are you interested in the why? One class is much more about the application side of mathematics. The other is more about the pure math theory. There are 4 courses. We do not run this course right now, the analysis and approaches SL. Somebody else can tell you exactly why that is. I don't know if when signed up for it or if there's another reason. So right now, these 3 classes are running. Like I said, I think they're gonna offer that if you guys sign up for it, but just so you know, if you're gonna talk to a student and you're wondering.
Just a little bit louder for the video.
Okay. If you are trying to seek out students in different levels of the course, know that you're not gonna be able to find anybody on campus taking this one. All right, so like I said, the 2 courses cover a similar content, but the approach is quite different. In the analysis and approaches course, there's a big emphasis on algebraic methods, mathematical thinking, problem solving, and typically students that would be interested in going into a real STEM-oriented field, math, engineering, physical sciences, economics, would tend to be recommended to take this course. The other course has a much more strong emphasis on statistics and modeling, more about applying math to the real world, problem solving using technology. So in the AI course, there's going to be a huge emphasis on how you can use your calculator as a tool to analyze data, to solve problems. And this, again, would be oriented typically more towards somebody for the social sciences, natural sciences, medicine, stats, business engineering, econ, psychology, design. So this would be more in a real pure math kind of field, and this would be more an applied math sort of field. Again, this is somewhat of a recommendation. I know that you all are 16, you don't necessarily know what you want to do, but this would be how people would tend to describe the 2 courses and who it's geared towards. A couple other kind of comparisons. Like I said, traditionally this would be part of like a pre-university math program. There's a big emphasis on investigating, making conjectures, doing proofs. Whereas the application side of things, it's going to be really big into the real world applications, a lot more stats heavy, and a lot more problem solving in the real world. All right, here's another kind of visual to show you the difference. There's 5 topics in the IB Math. There's number and algebra, functions, geometry and trigonometry, stats and probability, and calculus. These are the 2 AA courses. These are the 2 AI courses. So right away, does anything jump out at you as being different in the amount of hours that the courses devote to the different topics? Does anything jump out at you immediately? Yeah, go ahead.
I calculus in AI, HR.
Calculus is a big emphasis.
What is calculus again?
Well, you don't know calculus yet. Calculus is the math of change. Yeah, what do you notice?
Well, statistics and probability.
Yeah, so that's where, like, kind of the subject or the topic, the hours covered, really differ. There's a bigger emphasis on stats and probability in the AI course than in the AA course, and probably more calculus at the HL level here than here. Yeah?
But the number of hours, like for example, the form of HL and HL add up. So that means that
Yes.
you're doing that. Okay. Because I don't know, it looks when you look at the applications HL, it looks like there's more time than the analysis HL to me.
No, it should, the HL total hours should be the same for both. The SL total hours should be the same for both. Yeah?
Because like
Yeah, it's 100 something, I have to look it up, 100 something versus 200 something.
HL was like 200.
Yeah, it's 100
So
something
like,
versus 200
what are you
something.
doing, if you're doing SL, what do you do like that remaining?
You have a prep block.
So,
Are they just like replaced with prep ball?
yeah, so that's a good question. If you guys notice on your schedule, right, there's H block happens.
The what?
H block, which is when we have advisory, you have prep, right, this is B period or B block, right, you have H block every,
10 days.
well, whatever this day is this blue or orange day?
This is lines on this.
Yes.
Blue day, so on the orange days, there's H block, right? So once every other cycle, the HL classes meet for an extra session. So some classes do, and you guys don't know this, but every other cycle is either cycle 1 or cycle 2. And once every other cycle, you would have an extra class session during H block with each of your HL classes. If you're doing the SL version of that class and the classes are taught together, that would be a prep period for you. If you were doing the HL version of the class, you would have an extra class meeting time. Yeah?
So like if you're doing 3 HLs, then that means that like you have to do,
The other difference between the HL, and this is for both the courses, for the SL classes, for both of them, there's 2 papers for your final exam, 2 120-minute, 2-hour exams. For both of the HL courses, there's an additional exam. It's a 1-hour exam. That 1-hour exam is 2 extended length kind of questions. They're big into problem solving, investigation. Both questions would take you, each question would take you about half an hour, right? Because there's probably 12 to 15 parts of one question. So it would be about the kind of conceptual side of things versus more of the skills and the problem solving. It would be, but not the problem solving, the kind of skill oriented things. It would be much more about the conceptual side of things. And both of the classes have a paper 3.